En YouTube, alsjeblieft. Voilà.
First morning in Brussels, and we are here on a Sunday, so we are going to start first by going to one of the largest markets in Europe called Midi Market. Public transportation is very easy in Brussels. There's a system of trams and buses. You basically get a card. It works the same way as it did in Germany. It's kind of like an honor system. You should pay because every now and then there will be people that do jack.
Note to self, when bringing cash, they only accept coins. You can't put bills in it. And it won't accept my card right now. Not really sure why.
It's a little complicated. We just got to Midi Market, and it is located right outside of Gare de Midi.
This is really reminiscent of Mauer Park in Berlin where we went. The only difference is this is one single line straight down where people are walking back and forth. Mauer Park was a little bit more spread out.
It's mainly locals. There are not a lot of tourists here. It's only open on Sundays. It opens up around 7 and it closes around 1. We're really on a mission here to find the Moroccan pancakes. There's everything from soaps to clothes,
shoes, toothbrushes, toilet scrubs, fruits, flowers, cheese, dates, olives. I could keep going.
We just found olive heaven, so we had to get some.
It's actually both of our weakness. And what's cool about this place is the guys are super friendly. They hook up these little containers of olives, and then because they're so far away from each other, the way that they get them from one to another is they just chuck it right across the rest of the olive stands. We decided to go with these green olives with goat cheese and a little cilantro on top to set it off. Delicious.
We now are about to get the Moroccan pancakes. The way that it works is you can pick what you want inside of it, and then they roll it within the dough, so it's kind of like a burrito. We're gonna get everything inside of it, and it's a layer of cheese on the pancake. They then put sun-dried tomatoes, roasted red peppers, artichoke hearts, onion, olives, and then you can get spicy olives, and a lot of flavor. And then on top of all of that, at the very end, they will drizzle honey on top of it, and it looks like straight magic.
Woo! Can't wait. Both way about the same. This is what it's all about. This is the main event. It's just like an international symphony going off in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? The cheese there is salty, but then the honey insinuates that with some sweetness. It's like you get the perfect bite in every bite.
Short walk from Midi Market is something called Porte de Halle. It's Hall Gate, and it is it is the only remaining gate that used to surround the city.
We didn't tour the museum, although you can tour. Price is now €7 per person. Online we read it was 5, so it's gone up a little bit. And in the museum there's actually 4 floors of display of the Middle Ages and how this was the last gate of the Middle Ages.
After it was used as a gate, and side note, the gate was built in 1381. It was then used as a prison, amongst other things, like a grains house, a customs house, and even a Lutheran church. It is now kept by the Museum of Art and History, or it's part of that organization here in Brussels. It's definitely worth checking out, even though we didn't go up. It's worth coming to see because it kind of looks like a castle.
It's not too far from the city center. There's a metro that runs right up to it and a nice park outside of it.
this market is called Zhu Dabal, which is actually the square that it is also located in. A couple of years ago, they wanted to turn this into a parking lot, but everyone who has their stuff here kind of protested. So it still exists and it is open every single day.
A lot of the items here are located on the floor, so watch where you step.
It's almost as if your entire neighborhood got together and decided to have a garage sale. It's extremely eclectic. There's everything here. Lots of interesting things.
One thing that I noticed about Brussels in general is it's very artsy, kind of like Berlin, but it's a little bit more rugged and grimy, if you will. So again, very quaint, cool streets, but a little bit darker.
It's a lot dirtier than I thought it would be.
But nonetheless, I really like it.
I love it. We just got to Flaget Market, and the Saturday market is closing down. It looks like what's normally here is a bunch of food trucks, there's people drinking, eating, and right over there is FRITES Flaget.
And there's this really cool elephant that stands here. It's called the Weeping Elephant, and it's actually traveling the world right now. So it started off in Amsterdam, then went to Rotterdam, and now it's here. It's made out of metal and tree trunks.
Fun fact about Brussels, there's more than 20,000 Portuguese actually living here. Maybe it's in all of Belgium. I don't know if it's Brussels or Belgium. Regardless, there's a huge Portuguese influence here, and right now we're walking up to a statue of Fernando Pessoa. It's kind of to commemorate the influence here. So that's it actually right there.
Upon first glance, he kind of looks like Dr. Emmett Brown from Back to the Future. Jen found this traditional Portuguese cafe that has food, coffee, all kinds of stuff. So we're gonna head over there right now. It's right next to the square that we were just in, and we're gonna get a coffee, see what it's all about. I've heard they speak nothing but Portuguese in there, which is great.
While there is really great transportation here, you can get around completely on foot. You can actually get anywhere in the city, probably in an hour if you really wanted to go from one side to the other, but most places are a 15-20 minute walk apart from each other.
We are now in Parc Cinq Tenis. Significance of it? I don't know, but Jen does.
I don't know the exact significance of it, but this is one of the larger parks in Brussels. There's many parks in Brussels, but this is a big one. It's located very close to the EU, and that alone has a very different architecture. But the main reason we're here is to see the most iconic image of Brussels, which kind of looks like similar to the Brandenburg Gate.
It's a nice park. It's very quaint. There's a lot of tree-lined stretches where a lot of people are jogging like that guy. So it's starting to rain. We were gonna go to the Royal Palace, but we're gonna scratch that because tourist season is over, so it's closed. We couldn't even go in anyway. If you happen to be here, you should make a stop and go there. Instead, we're gonna close out today with a little bit of Belgian chocolate. We are finally about to try some Belgian chocolate. We're starting with the most gangster one, which is 100% dark. The guy told us that this might not be a desirable one because it's very bitter and there's no sugar added. Told him it was perfect.
I don't really like sweet things. I'm just not a very sweet person, so.
That's the truth.
I think this one's delicious, delicious. It's so good.
And now we're moving on to an almond praline. Praline on the inside. Super chocolatey, super sweet.
So this place is really known for their balls.
Elaborate, Jen, please.
Chocolate balls.
That one was good, but I think I like the praline one more.
This was just the beginning of our chocolate tour. The big chocolate tour is tomorrow. A couple years ago, some parrots escaped from the zoo, these little bright green parrots. and they're flying all over the park, and Raphael, right there, for the last 20 minutes has been trying to film them. They're very fast. They go very fast through the trees, but it's kind of cute because you feel like you're in a tropical rainforest, but it's freezing, and he's obsessed with them, kind of the same way other tourists in America are obsessed with squirrels.
They're out there. I'm gonna get them. Very sensitive moment right now. There's two right out there. One right there. Not two of them!
It's crazy.